Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome to more Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues, playing as the Texan Brotherhood in the latest 3.0 patch, which is pretty exciting. Can you guys even hear me right now with this thing on? I don't know. I'll go ahead and take it off. This is a little doohickey that I was given by the developers of Surviving the Aftermath, which I thought was kind of cool. We're going to have to play that again sometime, but it's very fitting for Fallout, I think, so that's why I went ahead and brought that out. Alright, so, last time around, we know that the Lone Star Nation fell to the Hand Warband in their civil war, and we are currently fabricating on them with the intention of knocking them the heck out, and just seeing if that opens up any new options for us as far as developing the Provisional Republic of Texas. If that's even a thing that we're interested in doing. By the way, before we continue any further, let's just go ahead and add in a field marshal, because I have seen the comments correctly pointing out that I should be using one, and they're right, I should do exactly that. Let's go ahead and reassign Ruskin to that role. Might as well get all the stacking modifiers, and no one else here seems extraordinary, so I guess we'll go for Troy the Maniac, probably. No, let's just go for the 2-2-2 across the board. I think he'll do fine. Alright, so yes, we got that problem. And you guys think that I never read the comments. You'd think that I never know. Let's see. Low manpower and insufficient resources. Why is there a little play button underneath? Ooh, is that new? I've never seen that before. Fascinating. Is that a new feature that was introduced with the Battle for the Bosporus? Expansion? For Hearts of Iron 4, which I know we need to do at some point. I am aware of that. So we have a fair number of caps that we are currently sitting on right now, and it looks like the quarterly profit may have been reorganized a little bit. We could spend some of those excess caps trying to invest in some citizen care packages, but that only gets me compliance for 60 days, and it's relatively expensive, so I think I'd rather sit on that for a while. Base note income, no, that's not worth it. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do anything with any of this right now. So the only thing really that remains at this point is simply going to be waiting until we are ready to do this. Never mind, hang on. Mini-nuke arming decision. At least one mini-nuke stored in a stockpile. It will remove it from the national stockpile, as opposed to having 3. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to hold on to that nuke, and maybe we can use it against the Hand Warband, since they actually have enough troops to be somewhat of a threat. I'd like to make sure that we have nukes on hand. It'll be great. Why is it taking you so long to arrive? You were right there to begin with. All I asked you to do was move from one tent to the other, Rusk. Alright, fine. It takes some weeks, apparently. That's fine. Walking Tanks Doctrine is done. So the question now is, do we go down Principle, which gets us extra reconnaissance, lots of extra defense and hardness, soft attack, all good, but hurts our recruitable population. Can make our infantry better, but to be honest, I don't think this works well for me, given that I'm not really using the infantry, I'm using the law keepers, right? And then, yeah, down here we have heavy special forces, which basically is to say my powered armor gets some extra bonuses. Okay, all that's just kind of okay. Looks like no matter what, we're going to be losing some of that recruitable population factor. Air superiority and supply grace could certainly be nice. But, no, yeah, I mean, I think out of all of this, Principle's probably still the best way for us to go, so we'll go ahead and do that. And yeah, I will spend some army experience just to rush that down a teensy-weensy bit more. We are about to be ready to make the tube heads into an integrated puppet, which is not quite the same as, you know, annexation, but it's something. We'll go ahead and do that, so there we go. It's going to take a lot more in order to reduce them down to full annexation. Wah! I don't like that. I don't like that one at all, but alright. How much longer till we can annex you? Oh, wait, we just finished our claim. Perfect timing! And we will be doing little jump cuts like that periodically going forward, just because I want to clip things along at a good pace. So we got a lot of equipment currently stockpiled. Really no issues here, like, at all. Do we have... We never did make the scout planes, at least not yet. We could learn how to make more nukes, but I'm already spending more resources than I currently know how to work with. I'm not trading for those. We're still making a couple per month. Dynamite, I think we could get more of that. Is there anything I'm really missing besides recon, which I'm not really making much use of? I'm okay with having a little bit producing on it just to be safe. But beyond that, nah, I think we just go for a little bit more dynamite and maybe just some more basic gliders and stuff so we can do bombing and close air support, etc., etc. Alright, national focuses. So where did we last leave off down over here? It's a new recording session for me, so I gotta figure out what we were doing. Alright, we were doing the extra factories down of Amiens, which is great. In order to get the provisional statehood, we need to own the cores of the Hand Warband, which is indeed what I'm going for right about now. Reducing resistance is certainly quite nice. As long as we are using lawkeepers as our garrisons, which I believe that we are, so these are both pretty good, actually. It's like having extra suppression value. This just makes lawkeepers really strong, dude. Really strong. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and grab the law is my law, and it's certainly going to be relevant since we are still having some sabotage issues. In the meantime, though, I think we are going to have to conquer these guys, and let's declare the war. Everyone's ready for the party. There we go. Alright, so you guys are all acting as if you're going to have a hard time punching through this, and to be fair, there are a fair number of troops all kind of stacked up in the same areas. What we're going to want to do is make sure we are taking our power armor and maybe just start with the power armor and attack with these guys. Then we'll use like some lawkeepers here and some here. Try to punch through in like one key area, and then the rest of you guys are going to punch here with these guys to help. There we go. We'll see if we can find a couple of small little holes. In the meantime, just got a couple of free infantry units, which I can't imagine they're very good, so I don't really care, but alright. Let's go ahead and take you guys and attack this way. How's that sound, yeah? Alright. So we're looking to just create a couple of openings from which I will just punch through from there. Lanius's cohort, in the meantime, still growing at a rather alarming pace. Oh, right. Where is our air stuff? Hello, air stuff. We're going to move you all right up here. And we're going to be doing air superiority, close air support right over here. I don't think I need to do strategic bombing. Fun though that might be, it's not really necessary. And we'll, I was going to say let's go ahead and make these both 100 air wings, but I'd still like to make these easily split up in the future. So for now, we'll add in this right along here. So this will all be fine. You guys will assign in this direction as well. Now, curious, just for the sake of science, what happens if I want to arm a nuke? It's only going to take 5 days to find out. Let's see what happens if I arm some nukage. Does anyone else have access to nukage, or is this something that's unique to me because Texas? I really would like to think that that's the case, but we are going to find out. Looks like we are successfully being able to punch through in a couple of areas, so my units are doing fairly well. Crop rotation tech is Dunsky's. That's always helpful. We're a little bit ahead of time on some tech over here. We could go for some more. Don't really feel like I need to. Could go for extra resource gain efficiency, blah, 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 blah. Don't need to do that yet. Not going for any reward technologies. Already doing doctrines, don't care about robotics. Could go for upgrades to our vehicles. Reduce their speed, but gain some armor. Tempting. I think I'd rather... well, this is all ahead of time, too. We can go ahead of time on the refined mixture. That's fine, because we already should get this done in only 69 days, and why spend 30 points to save by 10 days? I don't think that's quite worth it. But it's already got a 60% boost, so let's just go ahead and use that and get ahead of time bonuses there. Out of curiosity, have I added anything onto these guys? No, we've got plenty of equipment. Now might be the time to be adding on things like recon, like chems, like demolitions, and let's just see how much I have in storage. The answer is going to be plenty, no problem at all. Let's go ahead and save that. I know we should have done that beforehand, I only just thought of it, but that's going to be some extra stats for our base infantry units, which should make them at least a little bit better. You guys would probably benefit from the chems and the demolitions as well. We'll go ahead and add you there. And then for our motorized, honestly, same deal. Do we have enough demolitions to go around for this? The answer is currently yes, we have enough for everything. So let's just go ahead and make all of them better. Should have done that in a different order, but honestly, meh, whatever, is fine. So now that we've gotten you guys down to a relatively low... Sorry, I just saw a different symbol here. Metal Men. I don't know who they are. Now that we've gotten these guys down to a relatively low organization, it is time for us to go ahead and continue pushing. Civilian factories. Looks like we finished upgrading some stuff over there. Just kind of meh. Let's go for, honestly, a little bit of extra infrastructure in a few key areas. Might as well get some extra resource gains, etc., as well as just better infrastructure means better movement, means better supply. I don't really have a whole lot better to do with it right now, is my thought, so I might as well. This stuff I could actually use a bit of extra supply, but we're not going to get much more. One more infrastructure is enough to get as much resource gain as I'm going to get there. I don't know, let's just do this for now. When in doubt, I find infrastructure is fine. It ends up speeding up my ability to build factories and stuff in the future. Could I macro that a lot better? Yes, 100% that I could. But am I interested in doing that? No, not really at all. Let's see. Alright, so some of you guys are going to run up here. We have motorized for this exact purpose to exploit his broken front lines. We are going to continue trying to chase them down. Some of you guys are going to be pushing up over here. Let's see. You guys are still going that direction, which is fine. We'll send some motorized to certainly help a little bit. So this seems to have overrun nicely. Good, he's trying to attack, but failing. We take Coleman. And we could, honestly, use these guys to just take a run into Lone Star direct. But let's just go along the coast for now. One of you guys, yeah, you're already going off this direction, so that's exactly what I would want. I'm going to have some of you guys counterattack into them. There we go. So we're doing fine. He's not going to get cut off anytime soon. More military factories. What do we want? Well, logistically speaking, we are having a bit of a loss in fighters. We are using up a lot of support equipment right now, and dynamite. We're producing a fair amount per day, but not enough. But that said, what I still think I really want are just going to be more gliders so I can make up that difference for now. Right now, I think we got enough to last in this war with really no issue. So you're going to get down to Lee Town. Now I'm going to have you just turn around and head over to Lone Star. Actually, sit tight for a second, get some organization back while I continue to pin these guys down. We have more troops on the front line heading down this way. Good, now you can head up into Lone Star and then up to Haskell. And if they're going to leave this relatively unpinned, fine with me. Traders from Southern Empires. In the decades that followed the Great War, radiation soaked into the great forests and jungles of South America, irradiating the wildlife and poisoning the air. Poisoning the air. The jungles drank up the radiation of those terrible warheads, slowly twisting out all the recognition into radiated hellhole. Once tame animals became vicious hunters, and the multitude of snakes and spiders grew in size drastically, preying on each other and humans that remained. While South America was spared direct nuclear hits, they suffered terribly from mutated wildlife and failing crops. The survivors of the first decade would slowly regroup on the coast, the Patagonian Plateau, the Southern Empires, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it sounds like there's an opportunity to trade with people down in the south. We can ask them how to cultivate these fruits and gain research for agriculture. We can get spend bottle caps to get trade opinion, or we can't make a purchase. I mean, only 0.4k battle caps, that's a great deal for a research bonus, so we'll go ahead and do that. Not quite what I was expecting, though. Have we done this whole arming of the nukes? We did, but nothing is happening. So, what happens... What happens? One mini-nuke is removed from the national stockpile for 5 days. When removed, it's gone. But what does it do? Trying to see if there's, like, another, like, option. Use nuke. I mean, is there? Nuke? Click to drop nuclear bomb. We have nuclear bombs. No. Yeah, so I don't have bombs. So, what does this do exactly? Also, where'd my mini-nukes go? They're all gone. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit lost as to exactly what those are accomplishing for me. I like the idea of them quite a bit, but I'm not sure what the point of the nukes are. If there's not, like, a special, like, advantage. We can try it again. Let's pay attention and watch this for a second. And just sort of see what happens. Still not seeing any more of my nukes. They're here. I thought they were anyway, weren't they? Well, we're arming them. That's the thing. It makes sense that, like, we're arming the nukes to be used, but it doesn't seem like they're actually arming anything. Whatever. Let's just tell our guys to go. What is this? Now, these are missions. Sorry, videos. I don't really care about any of that. So, arming decision's about to be done. And now it's gone. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing, truth be told. Maybe I need to be getting bombers and stuff. That could be. Maybe. But, yeah, that's just missing for me straight out. Okay, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing at that point. Cool, let's go to research and stuff, and let's just go ahead and get ahead of time on some research speed. I think that's completely fine. You guys go along over here so we can get that guy properly surrounded. You're going to head up... Let's see, we're already facing some competition over Lone Star. I probably can push a bit more aggressively than I currently am. Like, if I were to tell you guys to head up this direction, we'll kind of surround Lone Star and attack it from multiple directions, I think that'd be fine. Most of my units are just trying to get back onto the front line, though. So we'll take you, you're going to head up this direction, and we're going to fully surround them, get up to Haskell. We have a military factory. Let's go ahead and get those recon gliders set up and running, so we will be able to get some extra scouting and intel. And then Aubameyang, Chief of Air Force. You know, close air support, attack, defense, and agility and stuff is very tempting. Air superiority is nice, but only if you think you're actually going to be contested. I think I'm just going to go ahead and grab the close air support. We should still have complete and utter dominance over this area. I say that. Wait a minute. What's happening to all of my fighters? Sure looks like they are getting shot pretty hard here. Okay. We could go for a bit of an efficiency boost if we wanted to use up some of our command power. Tempting. Not sure it's absolutely necessary. But okay. Huh. Fascinating. So what is going on over here? We have 52 in ground missions. Last sortie, last day. Damage done to enemy divisions. We are doing some damage. Yeah, okay, great. Details? We bombed 36.8 enemy troops. Enemy fighters lost. Our fighters lost. We are losing some fighters. That might be more to do with, like, accidents and stuff than actually them shooting them down. I really have no idea. So you guys are going to get up to Haskell, and you should be able to take that pretty quick. One of you, though, I'm going to go ahead and turn around and just kind of cut these guys off a little bit. Let's go ahead and just surround them, if at all possible. I guess we'll get a little bit more going into recon gliders, but we shouldn't need much more than that. And, yeah, I guess we can just go for some more, like, support equipment and so on. For the most part, our logistics are looking kind of okay, though. The law is my lawn. Good. We can now go for even more of this, or we can go ahead and try to boost up our production cost for demolitions or for fire teams. Well, we have demolitions. I think I just continued down this route for now. It's only going to take 30 days. It's a relatively fast national focus. Usually they take a little bit longer than that. So I'm okay. 30 days, we should definitely have these guys done, and then we can try to go for that Provisional Republic and just sort of see what's going to end up happening. What is this nonsense? I've got all these videos. I don't know what happened here. Whatever. Anyway. More infantry. Oh, thank you. I guess. I don't really want any of what you're doing, but, you know, thank you, I guess. Yeah, cool. Great. Can you guys all now push up this direction? Can you guys push in hard this direction? Can you guys get up into Lone Star? More traders from the Southern Empires. Do it again? Yeah, why not? It doesn't cost me much in the way of battle caps, and I mean, again, research bonuses are research bonuses. I'll take what I can get, thank you. Alright, so we're about to finish off their capital, so that's relatively easy, and then I just have you guys all turn around and head down to Lone Star and punch like crazy. Punch like crazy, go nuts. I need these videos to actually get out of here, though. This is going to annoy me. There's probably an option somewhere to, like, turn off tutorials and stuff. I appreciate the effort, I really do. But I actually don't care. Alright, so this is all good. So what is happening here? We are really losing all of our fighters? Yikes, dude. Okay, so we conquered all of this. Told you it wouldn't take too long. Let's just go ahead and take everything. And then end the turn. Boom! Alright, so these guys now are officially owned by moi. Payload gliders. It's not our fighters, it's our bombers that are all getting lost. It's honestly kind of surprising. Because it doesn't look like we're losing much in the way of bombers, and yet, clearly, we are losing a lot. Huh. Alright, no, whatever, I guess. Okay, so, with that all done, let's see. Lone Star is disabled. The node has no income. Well, that should change relatively soon. We just have to wait a little bit. And then we are going to control another major node, so that should amount to a little bit of extra money. If I now wanted to push off to the east, toward, like, the cannery, we can have more nodes that are linked together that presumably I would be able to own, which I would like. We don't have quite enough political power to try and annex the patrolmen. That's probably the next obvious goal for me. We'll go ahead and set up at least a handful of folks over here just to be ready. The rest of you, I don't know, go set up along, like, the Alamo or something. Whatever. We'll take them down in due time, but they're not a top priority. Holy crap, I stole some serious cash, though. Woo! Me likey! That is a lots of months. Lots and lots of months. Okay, good, good, good. So, any more decisions I can do, aside from arming nukes? No, not especially. Business fervor? Requests loan, lower tariffs, bolster production, or a scavenging mission. Grain solicitations, monthly population 75%? What? I know that's a 75% multiplicative modifier, but even so, for 100k, done. That actually is fine. We could also do some stimulus, which would increase the development level in some places. It's a bit on the expensive side, but it is a thing that we can do. I have a spy who has no idea what he's doing at the moment. Let's just go down and spy on the patrolman or something. I don't know. Don't think it matters. Oh gosh, now I've got 666,000 bottle caps. Cool. We could invite these guys into the economic union. They just would not accept. Fun. 165 days is still a long time, but we are now getting up to 92% world tension, so things will be going a little bit faster as time goes on. Clearly, though, I am still the greatest aggressor in the world, despite the fact that, I don't know, Lannius has been kind of kicking people's butts. But that don't matter none. That don't matter none at all. All right, so we're about to finish up with the law. The lawn is my law. This is just a bit weird. The law is my lawn, and the lawn is my law. Yeah, this is kind of... All right, whatever. Primitive radio is done. Good. Requires all the following. Building of the better workshop. Now, this is where things get awkward. The union's economic boom is required in order to do this, which is right here. But I don't think we can do anything over here because even though Lone Star is dead... Yeah, I think we're stuck, truth be told. We don't have any way of moving on with this. So the only way this would have worked is if Lone Star is an independent nation. We could release them. There's a thought. Occupied territories, the Lone Star, release nation, liberate the Lone Star. We lose all the stuff we just conquered, but I can release them as a puppet, and they should be able to continue working on their focus tree, right? Okay. Why do you still say you're the hand warband? Research weapons and ways of war. That's not what I want you to do, though. They're doing this. Okay, so it looks like they did not make much of any progress on their national focus tree, and they're sort of refiguring this out. So when they're done with this, they might be able to go for things like Victory of the Greater Good and start working down this tree. But it's going to take a very, very, very long time. I'm hoping that if they go down this route and it's officially unlocked, I will be able to start doing some of them myself. That would be nice. Yeah, because after they've done this, I don't necessarily have to wait on them. This is like a shared tree, kind of like what we did, I think, for the last Equestria at War series. I'm going to try for this. And we're going to see if it works, because I would like to work our way down toward provisional statehood. In the meantime, though, let's go ahead and get the Demolitions Devastation, so I can go ahead and get a bit of extra power behind my explosives. Explosives are always fun. Reinforce rate, diplomacy distance, honestly, I don't think any of that's too important for me right now. We could go down some more doctrines, don't know if I care. Let's go ahead and work on the... Flamers or frag grenades? Let's see. These guys have pretty good breakthrough. These guys have better breakthrough. Breakthrough's more important. So I'm going to go for the flamethrower. We'll go ahead and start researching those, since those are an obviously good upgrade from me. In the meantime, now we just have to sit back and wait for the patrolman, and that's going to take some time, so let's go ahead and do another jump cut. Okay, so hold the phone. They didn't do what I wanted to. We just got betrayed. They actually did not go down that route. They went Victory for the Greater Good down over here, which I suppose makes sense given that they still consider themselves to be the Hand Warband. And the reason they're still the Hand Warband instead of the Lone Star is because they're not democratic. They are elites like me because, guess what? They're my puppet. On the plus side, this does unlock some new options over here. On the downside, it doesn't exactly lead toward the provisional statehood that I was hoping for. What I could do, and this is cheating, but it's not Iron Man. What I can do is quickly load up an autosave, go grab Lone Star, and instead try to fix the national focus and force them to go down the direction I wanted them to, just so we can play with it. But because we didn't protect Lone Star sufficiently at the beginning of the game, that's why we're not able to go down this option. So that's going to have to be just a lesson learned, I think, for the future. If we continue down this route, we could gain some stability and stuff. We can get a really good national spirit called Bunker Blues. And we can go for Old World Blues, which actually removes a lot of nasty national spirits. Basically, the economic union is just, like, gone. We give them military access, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of things we could do down over here. I don't think it annexes the Alamo. But if we had gone down this route earlier, because we've been betrayed sooner, we could have gone down the Alamo is right, which would have made them my puppet. The Alamo chapter would have been my puppet, and I would have gotten a lot of the economic tech. So there's a lot of different things we could have done. This is just an unfortunate turn of events as far as, like, the order everything happened. Pretty unfortunate. But let me see if I can reload some stuff. I will play with the Lone Star. I will see if I can force them manually to go down. Victory for the greater good. No, I can't. Their current ruling party has to be people. Yeah. Oh, darn. No, there's no good way for me to do that. I can't make them democratic. So maybe I could have released them as not my puppet. Let me try that real quick. Hang on. Okay, so what I actually just did is I had to go all the way back and redo the war, and I actually played it way more efficiently this time around. So we were able to knock out Lone Star, and I liberated them, which means they go back to being people. So this is where I'm gonna have to do the whole, like, tag switch of, like, LNS and blah, 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 and make sure that they go down the path that I want them to. So they're going to finish up the weapons and ways of war and stuff, and I'll have to keep directing them. Though now that they are led by the people, I'm inclined to think they're going to do this on their own, and it's only going to take 7 days. In which case, it's not even necessarily that I'm cheating and directing them so much as I had to just reload and liberate instead of conquer, and I think we're going to get the results that I was looking for, though it does kind of suck not to take this land for myself. Alrighty, well, at least now we're back on track. And yeah, sure enough, now they are going for victory of the greater good. Okay. Okay, and that means they are certainly going to be going for rekindle of the economic union. That should not take too long. I'll get some bonuses out of that arrangement, but then I can start having fun with the left side of this tree that we have otherwise completely missed. So what that tells me, by the way, is earlier, remember how I was asking, like, are we going to be sending volunteers? We clearly should have, if that is, in fact, the goal that I was going for. In the meantime, I am still justifying on these guys. That's going to take a long while, though. And we're only just now catching up to where I was previously, and I guess we can go ahead and turn off the debug mode, because it looks like we're going to get what we want. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Next video, of course, will involve a lot of jump cuts, but also, hopefully, getting down this economic tree. We're going to make a beeline for the Union's economic boom, so we can find out exactly what this provisional statehood thing is all about. That should be a lot of fun. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
Alright, let's go ahead and do it.